What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and I just finished up watching Maxim Prodan versus Florian Marku, and this was a 10-rounder in the welterweight division, and this fight was Saturday, September 25th, from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, England, and this fight was broadcasted on DAZN, and in this fight, Florian Marku was able to get a split decision victory over Maxim Prodan. I personally scored about 97 to 93 in favor of Florian Marku, and the judges scored about 99 to 91 in favor of Maxim Prodan, which is a terrible and egregious and disgusting scorecard, and I'll talk more about that later. But the second judge scored about 97 to 93 in favor of Marku, agreeing with me, and the third judge scored about 96 to 94 in favor of Marku, which is also a decent score. But more into that 99-91 scorecard. I mean, that is a horrible scorecard. I'm not really too sure if the judge was from Italy or Ukraine, because those are the two nationalities that Prodan does abide by. But yeah, that's an awful scorecard. Even if he was from any of those nations, that's still terrible. I don't know how you could get that scorecard. I hope that it was just miscalculated and it should have been in favor of Marku, because I could have saw 99-91 in favor of Marku. The 2 rounds out of the 3 I gave to Prodan were very, very close rounds that could have swayed in favor of Marku. But yeah, Florian Marku looked very, very good. He jabbed on the outside. He showed a new style that we haven't seen before. We're used to seeing Marku come forward and just really brawl, but here he boxed and really just put on a good performance. He won clear in my scorecard. It shouldn't have been a split decision nonetheless. And comment down below how you scored the fight, because I'm very interested to see if anyone thought Prodan remotely won, even close to like a 99-91 scorecard. But yeah, but Florian Marku looked very, very good, as I mentioned before. Jabbed on the outside, really just showed that he could box and that he could brawl. I mean, he's got good power in his hands. He's also showed that he's got a good jab. I know he's a former kickboxer, but yeah, he knows how to fight. Do I see him fighting for a world title or winning one? No, but he does have a large fan base, and he put on a good performance here, and I expect him to get a decent fight next. Just to break down the fight even more, early on it was really just Marku jabbing and really Prodan trying to get on the inside and land shots, but later on, Prodan seemed frustrated and really started to dig it to the body of Marku, started to go to the head more. He started to really show frustration and really, he looked angry in there. He was just coming forward, urging Marku on as well. Marku started to taunt later on as well, because he knew he was probably going to get the victory, but one judge gave it to Prodan, which was a terrible, terrible scorecard. But yeah, Maxim Prodan really tried to step it up late, and props to him for putting on a good performance. I mean, it was a good fight. Nonetheless, it was fairly competitive later on. And I wish the fight was like the last 3 rounds, where it was really just Prodan coming forward and Marku actually landing like power shots besides the jab. I know that Florian Marku did what he had to do, jabbing, and it did look great nonetheless, and it showed that he could box, but he was saying that he would get a knockout like before the 6th round or in the 6th round, but his fighting style tonight really didn't project that, because we're used to seeing Marku throwing big bombs, overhand rights, and whatnot, but here he really looked composed, and that's pretty good. I'd rather see that instead of him throwing bombs and whatnot, leaving his chin open, but yeah, his style tonight did not really amount to a sort of knockout in favor of his way. But yeah, Maxim Prodan, he really was just there for the jab. I mean, he kept his hands up, but he sort of left his chin and his nose open, sort of just that. I know that there's other fighters that use this, like Ryan Garcia, but they use it differently. Like, they keep their hands up, then they throw a punch while the other fighter comes in. He just kept his hands up and just kept getting hit through the guard, and that was a huge mistake, because Marku was just able to easily land triple jabs, quadruple jabs, even like 5 jabs in a row. I mean, he was just able to tee off with that, and maybe that's why he did do that, because Prodan does have that specific style, which, I mean, he just doesn't move his head as well. But what is next for Florian Marku? Getting this great victory here, winning an IBF international title, gets him higher rank in the division, or in the divisional rankings for the IBF. But yeah, I think he's going to face anyone from the likes of Conor Benn to another fighter at the level of like a Ryland Charlton, or even here, like someone at the level of like a Maxim Prodan, someone at that level, like a European level, undefeated. I mean, I'm not saying Conor Benn is at a European level. Conor Benn is in a separate category of an opponent that Marku could face, because I heard the DAZN commentator saying he could face him in the near future, and I hope that does happen. But I think that Marku will get destroyed against Conor Benn. He got dropped against Ryland Charlton, and he has shown that his defense isn't that great, because when he steps back away to get out of the way from a punch, he leaves his chin wide open to get clocked with a shot or knocked out, and even his temple, he leaves it wide open to just get hit, so he could just get knocked down easily. But yeah, I expect him to face someone at the level of like a top 50 in the welterweight division, or even someone like Conor Benn. But what is next for Maxim Prodan? I think he's going to go back to Italy and fight lower level opposition like he was doing before this Florian Marku fight. And I know that this is his first ever fight outside of Italy, and I don't think he's going to go back to the UK anytime soon unless he gets another big opportunity like this. So I expect him to face lower level opposition in Italy, or maybe in other parts of Europe. So overall, Florian Marku defeats Maxim Prodan by split decision, although in my opinion it should have been a unanimous decision to get his 9th victory, and really the best one of his career. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.